Let's talk about dating a girl that's quote unquote out of your league. Because someone asked me, can you make a video on dealing at least with the concept or the whole concept of out of my league? And you know, you're right, because all of us are conditioned, first of all, to feel low self-esteem, to put ourselves in like a social hierarchy by constantly comparing ourselves to others and coming up with the number system. Oh, she's a 10, she's a 9, she's out of my league. And you kind of see yourself, let's say you're a guy and you see yourself as like a 6 or a 7 in your head. You probably don't even know it, but that's how you see yourself. So when you see a girl that's a 9 or a 10 by society standards, you kind of get intimidated and you kind of back off and you start saying, I'm out of her league. There are so many things that are flawed with this whole concept. So let's talk about these things, and then I'll give you practical tips at the end of the video to kind of get rid of this issue altogether. First thing first, recognize something. The whole beauty, right, and sexiness, a girl being sexy or beautiful, this is always changing. These standards are set by society, and most of them, like a lot of times they're fake, So now a girl who's like a 9 or a 10, the standards that are being set for that are set by the porn industry and by TV and by media, and there's a lot of unrealistic expectations that come along with it that make a 9 or a 10. Now, if you go back to like the 1800s and you look at the pictures and the paintings of naked girls, you'll see something they have in common. Their hips were wider. They even had like a little bit of fat on their stomach, right? Titties big, they were on the bigger side, all right? And that, in the 1800s, was considered the standard of beauty. That was like a 10 back in those days. And if you look at those girls from like the 1800s, the paintings, they're not 10s now, again, quote unquote. They're not 10s or 9s, because it's different standards. So, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's first thing first. Stop watching TV, okay? Or cut it down, right? Watch only things that are beneficial to you and stop watching porn, because they're instilling unrealistic expectations in you, and a lot of girls are falling for it too. So they get plastic surgeries, blah, blah, blah. In reality, man, we're all attracted to a wide range of women, and the women are attracted to a wide range of men as well. If you really break it down and like you go primal, but it's because of all these expectations that are being set by fake expectations, really set by the media, set by the porn industry. All of a sudden, this girl is a 10, this girl is a 9, and like I said, it's total bullshit. It's completely fabricated. It's unrealistic, and beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So if you look at a girl and you think she's beautiful, that's all that matters. Even if she's not considered beautiful by society. So that's first thing first. Number 2, which I think is the real problem, is the root cause of the problem, is when you say girls out of your league, you're making a judgment purely based on looks. So it's like seeing a Lamborghini or a Ferrari and you don't have a lot of money and you say the car is out of my league. You're kind of just treating the woman like an object here. There's something to be said about treating a woman like an object in the bedroom, but that's only after you treated her like a human and you guys created that human bond. But in the beginning, you want to create that human bond. You want to create that human connection. You want to treat her like a human being. Okay? You want to treat her like a human being. And what is a human being? Just look at yourself to know what a human being is. You have fears, you have anxieties, you have doubts, you have dreams, you have aspirations, you have childhood traumas, you have things that make you happy, things that make you sad, things that you like, things that you enjoy. You're a human being, and we're humans, we're pretty complex, okay? You have emotions, you have feelings, you have perceptions, you have thoughts, you have belief systems, you have experiences. And every single woman, from the hottest of the hot, okay, to the ugliest of the ugly, all right? And again, like I said, it's all relative. Ugly, beautiful is all relative. But I'm saying, every single woman you see, she's a human being. And therefore, she has the same things that you experience, that I experience, that everybody experiences. All right? Self-doubts, insecurities, dreams, hopes, aspirations. And when you start treating women like human beings, your mindset changes, your technique will change, right? Because you look at her like, let's say, a really hot woman, okay? By like all standards. She's just pretty fucking hot. She's banging. But instead of looking at her and being intimidated, instead of looking at her and being like, oh, she's really hot, she's out of my league, and you start making all these moral judgments that your ego makes, you look at her and you say, she's nice, she's beautiful. Okay, she's a human being, you know, and you start kind of observing her, and you start being like maybe interested in her, you know. So when you go talk to her, you're asking her questions, you're like genuinely interested in this human being, right? You're trying to like see what pushes her buttons, and you may be trying to see like, okay, what makes her, what are, you know, because every girl also has an insecurity, guys, okay? Everyone has an insecurity, period. Girls have a lot of insecurities. A lot, like, they have a lot of insecurities, man. And the hottest girls, especially, they have a lot of insecurities because it's a tendency, right? When a girl is like really beautiful from when she's a little girl, she grows up, society puts all of her value on her looks. And so she plays along with the game. And so, for example, take like a really hot girl. If she's having a bad hair day, even in her mind, like you might not even notice that she's having a bad hair day. But if she's having a bad hair day, in her mind, she feels insecure. She feels bad about herself that day. And like, you know, again, it's this girl that you're saying she's out of your league. But again, like everyone has different tapes running through their head. And that girl could very well have that tape running in her head of, shit, I'm having a bad hair day. I don't look so good. Like, you know, in her mind anyway, it could be totally in her mind, but still, she thinks she's having a bad hair day, she's gonna feel insecure, she's gonna feel bad about it, right? So even the hottest girls, you know, even the sexiest, hottest girls, they're humans, you know, they're humans. So yeah, they experience self-doubt, they experience anxiety, they experience insecurities, low self-esteem, but they also experience hope and dreams, and they're humans, just like you, just like I. Start treating everyone like a human being, whether the girl is ugly, subjectively or objectively, or whether the girl is like beautiful, again, subjectively or objectively. Why don't you treat everybody the same? Treat them all like humans. Treat them all like humans. If you can instill that in your head, that mindset is going to fix a lot of the problem. Just instilling that mindset in your head is going to fix so many of the problems. You're no longer going to look at someone and say, she's out of my league. Right? Because you're always going to be treating everyone the same. You're going to be treating everybody like a human being. So that point is very important. That's number 2. Number 3, what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, another thing. When you want to date a girl, you want to have a relationship with her, right? If the girl is like seen as beautiful by society and she feels like a sense of entitlement, you don't even want to get involved with the girl, because a relationship is a two-way thing, right? And as much as you want to love her and you want to give her pleasure and you want to share happiness and positivity with her, she's got to also be working in the relationship. It's a two-way thing. So you're working, you're loving her, you know, you're trying to like, you know, fuck her the best way possible. You're trying to, you know, be the best you can be with her, but she's also got to be the same. If you're the one that's working and she's just kind of like have a sense of entitlement and she's expecting because I have this many followers on Instagram and because society thinks I'm beautiful, then I'm entitled. Do you really want to even get in a relationship with the girl? Do you even want to date a girl like that? I don't think so. So change your values again, right? Change your values. Look, you know, we all want like a nice girl, cute, hot, sexy, right? But if you maybe shift what you define sexy as, like for me, what I define sexy is the energy of the girl, right? Is she smiling? Does she like to dance? Does she like to laugh? Does she like to be, you know, is she positive? You know what I mean? To me, that's what makes a girl sexy. So maybe change your values a little bit too. Instead of seeing that, okay, if the girl matches what society tells me a girl should look like, then I gotta worship her and do everything for her and she can just sit there and be entitled. No, it's a two-way affair. A relationship is a two-way thing. As much as you want to please her, see her happy, and give her pleasure, she's gonna want to do the same. She's gonna want to also give you pleasure. Like if you want to go down on her, she's gonna also want to suck your dick. You know, it's a two-way thing. It's all a two-way thing. You understand? So change your values a little bit. Maybe redefine what a sexy girl is, right? And start looking at things maybe in terms of energy and personality and how you both vibe and what's the chemistry between you two, as opposed to, I have this much money and she has these perfect titties and perfect ass, so there you go. That's ego. You're not even making a human connection there. All right, so that's my third point. And my last point, which is practical. So let me just recap the first 3 mindset things. So I want you to like maybe even write these things down and kind of rewatch the video again so you get this mindset ingrained in your head. Number 1, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, and the standards are always changing of what a beautiful, sexy woman should look like. So fuck society. Don't listen to what society tells you a woman is beautiful or sexy. Feel it, okay? See, if you think the woman is sexy, if you think she's beautiful, that's all that matters, right? Get in touch with your own feeling, with your own primal sexual feelings towards a girl, right? Stop watching porn and cut down TV, all right? Because they're setting expectations that are not realistic. That's mindset number 1. Mindset number 2, treat every woman. Doesn't matter how she look like, doesn't matter her race, doesn't matter anything. Doesn't matter if she's considered as hot, doesn't matter if she's like an actress that's beautiful, that's worshipped by all these camera and everything. Treat them all the same. They're all human beings. Humanize her. And I think if you humanize every single girl and you start treating every single girl, no matter what her social status is or how she looks like, as a human being, that on its own is gonna fix everything. Okay? Human beings with insecurities, with self-doubt, with dreams, with everything. Number 3, it's a two-way thing, right? There's gotta be strong mutual attraction between the both of you. Both of you gotta be working in a relationship. You know, nobody's got to feel entitled. Now, number 4, the practical tip that I want to give you is now that you understand these mindsets and you have them ingrained in here, right? Sit down every day for half an hour, okay? Get yourself in a relaxed spot. Maybe put on some relaxing music or something and visualize yourself. Take maybe a girl that you have like a crush on right now. You know, you can work with her in the gym or something. And she's hot, like she's really hot. And maybe like you kind of been eye fucking each other or something, right? So, but maybe you think she's out of your league and that's why you're not approaching her or, you know, you're not making a move. So sit there for half an hour, 15 minutes even, okay? And visualize yourself talking to her. Visualize yourself having a good conversation with her. Visualize her laughing, smiling. Visualize chemistry between the two of you, all right? Visualize yourself kissing her. Visualize yourself, you know, taking her out, kissing her. Visualize. Sit down every day for half an hour. Just take yourself out of this world. That visualization, you gotta be just relaxed, out of your current circumstances, you know, because right now your circumstance is maybe you don't think you need to work on your self-esteem. So this is one way to work on it, okay? Is visualize yourself again, talking to this, pick a hot girl in your life right now, okay, that you really like, but maybe you think you're not confident enough because you think maybe she's out of your league. And again, every day for 15 minutes to half an hour, just visualize yourself, you know, again, having a conversation with her, laughing, smiling, hugging her, you know, teasing her, she's teasing you back, right, you know, kissing her, etc. And if you do that for a month, you're gonna feel different. You're gonna be different inside because you're sending messages to your subconscious mind. This is how you change your self-image. You change yourself because right now your self-image is, you know, there are certain girls that are out of my league, and you want to change that self-image. So again, visualize yourself, just, you know, being with that girl that's quote unquote out of your league. And after a month, 2 months of doing this, you're gonna be different because your self-image now, your new self-image is gonna be, yeah, it doesn't matter if the girl is really hot. Like, yeah, why not? I can date her, right? So that's it. That's my practical tip. That's it. That's it. Check out saidmobile.com for inspiration, for empowerment. Go to the description. I got a free book, 5 Powerful Habits to Dominate in All Areas of Your Life. What else? What else? We got to work on the intro and the outro for this channel. Go to the description. Yeah, we already said that. Leave me something in the comments, okay? If you have anything to add or anything you want me to talk about in another video, just leave me in the comments. And as always, don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.